The fear trap. Stop running scared. Embrace positive inspiration and aspiration. Fear has a way of pushing us to take action, but when we become too dependent on it, it can hold us back from reaching our full potential and living a fulfilling life. The fear of losing something often drives us more than the desire to gain something equivalent. This inborn instinct may have kept our ancestors safe from harm, but in today's world, allowing fear to dictate our choices can lead to a destructive cycle of negativity. Constantly worrying about potential negative outcomes can lead to stress and ultimately undermine our performance and health. In essence, allowing fear to drive our efforts can actually perpetuate the very problems we are trying to avoid. Let's look into why this happens and how it impacts personal growth, motivation, relationships, and overall life satisfaction. The use of fear as a driving force to achieve personal growth may initially seem effective due to its ability to prompt immediate action. However, motivations based on fear often result in setting avoidance goals, such as, "I must not fail," or "I don't want to be poor." It is fascinating to learn that research has shown the power of setting approach-oriented goals over avoidance goals when it comes to long-term success. The study on New Year's resolutions, which found that a higher percentage of individuals with approach goals felt successful compared to those with avoidance goals, truly emphasizes the significance of focusing on positive outcomes. Reflect on the idea that true success is not just about avoiding failure, but about actively striving towards victory. This insight encourages me to shift my mindset towards setting approach goals in order to achieve lasting success. When fear is the driving force behind your actions, it often leads to a scarcity mindset. Your focus shifts towards what you lack or what could go wrong, rather than seeing potential opportunities and solutions. Fear-based motivation pressures us to dwell on negativity, delaying our ability to envision success. Focusing too much on potential failures can restrict your ability to see things from different angles and think creatively. When you constantly remind yourself that you cannot make mistakes out of fear, you actually end up making more errors due to the stress and lack of confidence it creates. An entrepreneur who is driven by the fear of failure may shy away from taking essential risks, which could handicap the progress of their business. Likewise, a student who is consumed by test anxiety may find it difficult to concentrate during exams, ironically increasing the likelihood of a poor performance. It is in trying so hard to avoid failure that we often end up facing the very outcomes we fear the most. Living in a constant state of fight or flight not only depletes your energy but also diminishes your drive over time. While fear may initially push you to achieve certain goals, it often leads to burnout and a lack of fulfillment in the long run. It's essential to approach personal growth with curiosity, confidence, and a clear vision instead of being driven by fear. By letting go of fear and embracing inspiration and aspiration, you can unleash your creativity and motivation to pursue new skills and experiences that truly contribute to your development. It's important to break free from the cycle of constant worry and step out of your comfort zone to reach your full potential. The detrimental impact of fear-based behavior on relationships is serious. It is common for individuals to hold a deep-seated fear of emotional deprivation, whether it be a lack of affection, loyalty, or the loss of the relationship itself. When this fear dictates our actions, it often becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. For instance, someone who is paralyzed by the fear of abandonment may resort to clinginess, constant reassurance seeking, or even attempting to control their partner's social interactions. Ironically, these efforts to prevent losing the person can backfire and actually drive them away. Similarly, a fear of betrayal may lead one to exhibit excessive jealousy or invade their partner's privacy, eroding the trust that is essential for a healthy relationship. Ultimately, these fear-driven behaviors can inflict deep wounds on the relationship, potentially causing the once trusted partner to retreat or walk away in frustration. When fear takes center stage in a relationship, it undermines the genuine basis of love and respect. In healthy relationships, individuals express themselves and give freely because of love, passion, and trust. However, in a fear-driven dynamic, actions are motivated by a desire to avoid conflict, rejection, or other negative outcomes. This can lead to making decisions based on fear rather than true affection, often at the expense of personal growth and needs to maintain the relationship. This imbalance can breed resentment and feelings of constantly walking on eggshells or losing one's sense of self. Ultimately, this can create dissatisfaction and emotional distance between partners. It's interesting how a relationship based on fear can, strangely enough, lack the very qualities of security and closeness that both individuals yearn for. Love struggles to thrive when one is constantly on guard. Over time, this dynamic can leave both partners feeling emotionally depleted, one never feeling secure enough, and the other feeling misunderstood or stifled. This cycle of fear can lead to resentment and emotional distance on both sides, further undermining the connection. Suspicion, insecurity, and self-denial can weaken the bond between two people. The attempt to avoid loneliness or pain often ironically leads to more of the same. Truly meaningful relationships require vulnerability, confidence, and honest communication, qualities that struggle to flourish in the presence of fear. Reflecting on the fear cycle in career and life decisions, it is evident that allowing fear to dictate our choices can lead us down a path of stagnation and missed opportunities. When we let fear drive our decisions, we may find ourselves stuck in situations that do not align with our true desires and passions. By avoiding potential failure or rejection, we ultimately fail to grow and find true fulfillment. It is important to recognize how fear can hold us back from taking risks and pursuing opportunities that could lead to personal growth and success. Only by confronting and overcoming our fears can we break free from the cycle of limitations and truly thrive in our careers and life. Living life with a mindset of avoiding failure rather than seeking success can lead to a stagnant existence. When individuals are too afraid to take risks or step out of their comfort zone, they often find themselves stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. Someone who is constantly worried about financial stability may never take the necessary steps to improve their situation because they are too focused on playing it safe. This fear of failure can prevent them from seizing new opportunities or investing in their own growth. In the world of business and creativity, this same mentality can block innovation and progress. Those who are fixated on avoiding mistakes or setbacks may end up falling behind or missing out on potential breakthroughs. Ultimately, by prioritizing safety over growth, individuals and companies limit their potential and handicap their own development. It is crucial to understand that making decisions based on fear activates our survival instincts, which may not be the best way to plan our life thoughtfully. In a state of fear, our brain perceives every decision as a threat, causing us to focus solely on immediate safety rather than long-term benefits or creative solutions. Someone fearing potential failure may pass up an opportunity to move for a better job or stay in a harmful situation, only to regret it later. Living in constant fear also keeps us in a high-stress state, which can harm our health and cloud our judgment over time. This means that while we may be physically alive, we are not truly experiencing life to its fullest potential. On the other hand, making decisions from a place of hope, curiosity, or purpose allows us to expand our lives rather than constrict them. Embracing change and taking calculated risks can lead to personal growth, new achievements, and increased resilience, while avoiding risks often results in stagnation. If you find yourself caught in a cycle of fear, it's important to be gentle with yourself. Fear is a natural emotion that can affect anyone from time to time. The key is to change your mindset from one driven by fear to one focused on growth and love. This doesn't mean ignoring risks, but rather shifting your motivation towards positive outcomes. By reframing your goals and intentions in a positive light, you can reduce the anxiety that may be holding you back. Instead of dwelling on what you may lose or fail at, focus on building something better and learning from your experiences. This change in perspective can help you tap into your creativity, passion, and joy, allowing you to approach challenges with a broader and more open mindset. Developing a mindset of abundance can be a powerful tool in breaking free from the grip of fear. It's important to remember that life is not solely about avoiding obstacles, but also about embracing new possibilities. In terms of personal growth, it involves celebrating small successes and seeing mistakes as valuable lessons instead of disasters. In relationships, it means believing in your own worthiness of love and communicating openly rather than assuming the worst in every situation. Practicing gratitude can further solidify this mindset by shifting focus from what is lacking to what is already present in our life. While this transformation doesn't happen overnight, each time we choose hope and reliability over fear, we chip away at the cycle of fear and scarcity. Ultimately, it is important to understand that genuine security and satisfaction do not originate from constantly guarding against potential losses, but rather from cultivating something constructive. By focusing on what you aspire to achieve, whether it be a successful career, a fulfilling relationship, or a healthier lifestyle, you naturally distance yourself from a mindset of scarcity. While obstacles may still present themselves, you will confront them with adaptability rather than fear. When your actions are driven by passion and purpose, setbacks are viewed as temporary challenges rather than confirmation of your anxieties. Gradually, this cycle of positive reinforcement will strengthen your confidence. Accomplishments born from optimistic effort will reinforce a mindset of abundance, making it easier to pursue further growth. By relinquishing fear as your motivator, you can finally step off the never-ending treadmill of scarcity. This will enable you to progress freely, inspired by a vision of abundance and potential, where personal development and contentment can truly thrive. Reinforce a vision of abundance and potential, now and always.